Yup, manga family, how you guys doing today? This is my read along to Kagurabachi chapter 41. Alright, let me open it up real quick. Woo! That's fire. This color page of the main character and the strongest female of the government. I forgot what her name is. I got work on it side by side, which means they're probably gonna end up fighting together against the family head. Let me start this chapter. It's the Shinushi, and we see the main character still find the family head with him kicking him. Backing off, the family head said there's something evading my head. So I believe that since the family head is somewhat using the sword powers a little bit, maybe even 1% of it, the owner of the sword is whether controlling him or he's getting into his head. I don't know yet. Let's keep going. He continues to say the Shinushi or the master swordsman is trying to hijack me. See, that's what I was talking about. He's trying to control him, which makes sense. So he might not even die in this, or he might die, but his body's taking over like an awful one. Takes over Shigaraki and my hero. You see the ground coming off. The family head thinks to himself, I was on the brink of death, too weak to stand, so this is the price I have to pay. His fake body in the real world is kind of fading. I guess he's losing his powers. He continues to say, but I won't give in. Is at the option, he's like, watch closely. I'm about to demonstrate of the Shinushi power, and with that power, I will kill Shoro Rakuho. And then the auction the ante. So basically, I guess he's live streaming the fight against the main character to the auction. Spider. The family head says spider. I don't know what move that is, but the maker said I can't move, so it must be something like Shikamaru, where he used that shadows to bind you. And then the family head said dragonfly. Okay, so is this like I guess every sword has 3 abilities, which makes sense because the main character has 3 abilities, I think. Yeah, he does. And Sojo had 3 abilities. He had the lightning, ice, and I think the last one was like something to make him kind of invisible. Okay, let's go back to the story. I'm sorry. He said dragonfly. You just see a bunch of, I don't get this. You see a bunch of flowers. The maker decides don't touch it. You see something bubbling, exploding. Okay, I don't get the ability. Oh, okay, she's here. When the explosion happened, I guess she might have done it. She burned the flowers. Hey, what gives? You practically look dead. Maker responds to that by saying, where did you come from? And inside he says, like, did she make contact with Hakari? The Shanty Blade. This is her thing to herself. The Shanty Blade, the Shiro jerk, the Rakuzushi, I'm destroying it all. Okay. The maker just say out loud, there's still a lot of prisoners in here. In order to save them, she responds, I know, you just focus on killing him first. And we get a little flashback of when she first showed up last chapter. With Hakuri, the kid with the white hair filled me in. He even threatened that if I hurt you, he would never let me out of here until I die. And then you just have Hakuri say until you die, I mean it. And we go back to her talking to the main character. Said, what happened to him this past week? Then they keep doing back and forth, and this the government and the real war saying this girl say it's Hakuri. The guy that responded, hey, what's going on? Explain Tafuko. Tafuko is the samurai guy that hangs out with this lady, the strongest lady. He explained what's to explain. She's on the mission. She was sent to protect Shoro. The government got a response by saying, fine, you guys take the rap for this. And we go back to the fight between the family head and everybody. She's like, How's he alive with those wounds? The main character says, is the power of the Tsunushi? I think so. What do you mean he thinks so? So the main character don't know the ability of this one? Maybe it's because it's a stronger sword. Maybe his dad didn't inform him, because I see a flashback of his father saying whenever the Tsunushi was mentioned, Dad always climb up. Okay, so it's true. I guess it's the only sword that the main character never knows the ability for. We see the ground going up with the slaves inside the ground. The main character is thinking to himself, it must be the Tsunushi influencing the space. Is becoming really unstable. The main character say, Allah, let's hurry up. The girl responds by saying, don't give me orders, you be dead without me. The main character responds by saying, I could have blocked him. And she says, oh, come on. To start off that freaking move, you need to blast at least as powerful as Flame Bone. That's the name of her ability. And the main character say, aka Flame Bone. Oh, okay. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, one of the main character's abilities is to copy abilities. I don't know how it really works yet, but I might make a video on his ability to copy, because he has 3 moves, but this is the one I'm most interested in his ability to copy abilities, because you just use her ability, Flame Bone, and she responds to what. You absorbed it? Oh, okay, so never mind. They're about to explain it. Okay. She said, AKA absorbs the power of the attack and allows me to wield it temporarily. Okay, I get it. So we get the flashback of when he copied it from her. It happened back then. Okay, that's still my power. He responds by saying, we gotta hurry up. Don't give me orders. Damn, she really got a problem with people giving her orders. And the family head is looking at them. He kind of looked like he's about to die, to be honest. The main character uses his ability called Koro. I think this is long distance shot or whatever. And let me see. The family head guy said a long range slash attack infused with flames. And you see him getting jumped by the girl. She trying to hit him. It looks like he hit her. I don't know. It's Flame Bone and Entei, if they work together, they maybe can. Okay, so they both jump in the family head guy, like Jujutsu Kaisen. Maker side, even enhancing his physical capacity. I messed up that word. Let me see. So it looks like whenever his sword taps the ground, a bunch of flowers just like grow from the floor. So I'm trying to figure out what that means. What does that actually mean? Oh, okay. He opens the sword up. So I thought he wasn't able to do it. I guess he's getting more and more able to use it. Or maybe the other guy is taking over his body right now. Maybe that's why he's able to use it. You just see a bunch of centipede around him. Okay, that's what you said, centipede. Okay. This is so cool. And you see the ground, he's like in the air or something. Everybody, he pushed all of them back. The main character and that girl. People are saying tremendous, and that's just a fraction of his power. Is doing this against an enchanted blade and Flame Bone. Come on. Now you see him trying to auction his sword. He's like, now who will possess the Tsunushi? Let the auction continues. Me. The bidding begins at 1 billion. I want it. It's mine. Enchanted blade is. And then we go back to the fight. The Kanabis are merchandise by family. So these are the 3 people fighting right now. So I guess this is what they're saying. The enchanted blade is the girl at the government mess and the Kanabis. The family head got saying my merchandise, and the main character saying my family. So obviously it makes sense for him to say that. His dad and him are kind of the ones who are the keepers of these swords. So it's more rightfully his than anybody else right now. But he might, his body is one or two things is gonna happen to the family head. Is where his body's gonna get taken over by the sword master, or he's gonna end up dying, and the government's gonna end up getting the sword. And somehow, probably 5 to 10 chapters from now, you just see like the government people just getting raided by the bad guys, because the bad guys want them to take the sword so they can release the seal on the quote unquote sword, and they can find the owner of the sword so they can kill him, so that somebody else can take over the internal contracts. I think that's what they call it. And internal contract is that only one person can wield a sword at a time. So if the person is still alive, nobody else can use it. So that everybody has to kill the previous owner before they can use it. But anyways, this is an amazing chapter. Obviously, I was still confused on the ability of the Shinushi. I don't know what it does, but it must be the strongest, because even the dad don't want to talk about it. It must be strong or very evil. But either way, I do have a prediction that the main boss is going to eventually get this sword, because this is probably like 10% of his powers or something. At best 20%. So eventually the bad guy's going to get it, and then we're going to have to deal with him being able to use something strong. But obviously it might take him a learning curve. Maybe we're going to have a time skip when he gets it. And that's how I see the story going. But anyways, do all the YouTube stuff, subscribe, comment down below, and manga family, we are out.